even spoke about on the platform to happen in the shortest possible time.
I see. Collin, are you back with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
I was asking you, with your background in public health, how do you plan to use your experience and knowledge to contribute to the development of Guyana in that
I'm
sector?
sorry, I didn't get the question.
I was asking you, how do you plan to use your background in public health? How do you plan to use your experience and knowledge in public health to contribute to the development of Guyana?
Well, I'd like to be able to play a role in the public health sector, because one of my major area of expertise is HIV, chronic diseases, infectious diseases, and international development. And I'm hoping with that I'll be able to move into a role where I can build upon certain priorities that the region that we have for our health sector, which first and foremost is our regional health services. How do we make the delivery of care more effective and efficient at our hospitals or clinics, whether they're our regional hospitals or district hospitals? How do we manage those effectively? And secondly, I'd like us to see, which is in keeping with the new ministry that we have. No longer it's the Ministry of Health. So no longer health is now being looked as just health care, but it's also public health. So hence we have the Ministry of Public.
All right, Nia,
Yes.
are you still there? While Collin gets his connection fixed, um, I want to ask you about some women issues. What troubles
Okay.
you? What troubles you about the issues, or troubles you most about the issues that affect women in Guyana?
What troubles me most is that we know that there are issues affecting our women, but then when those issues affect them, there is no substantial help for them. And for example, domestic abuse, and domestic abuse in all sense. It's physical, mental, emotional. There is the help and shelter. How effective is the help and shelter? Are women confident enough to call the help and shelter or to call the police when their spouses are abusing them physically? How confidential are these institutions? Those are the things that affect me. And again, I would want to go back to the campaign trail. I've heard of, I've heard Kathy Hughes, Minister Hughes, um, and several other ministers, several other now government ministers, and at that time candidates would have been speaking extensively on how they plan to change that so that women, could get the help that they need. There are other things that affect women. Women are exposed to diseases, and they eventually get them: HIV and AIDS, STIs. The public health system, to go there, some of them are ashamed to go there because they're afraid of being stigmatized. I've been to the Georgetown Hospital for something. I was there and I've been listening to the nurses there. I don't know if it was set out of frustration, but the nurse telling somebody there that I didn't send you to skin up your foot. So these things are the things that affect me, and these are things that should be addressed forthwith. I don't think we should give the new government too much time to play around on those things. Have it fixed, and let's have a better system in dealing with diseases, and a better system in dealing with domestic abuse.
Collin, are you back with us? Collin? Nia, if you had the ears of the president of Guyana, what would you be telling him about your concerns and that of your peers?
I would tell the president of Guyana, Mr. Granger, that just stick to his campaign promises. They were effective enough to put him in office, and they are going to be effective enough to put the AP and UAFC government or even him back in office in the next 5 years. So I will tell the president of Ghana, just stick to his campaign promises. I mean, the followers, the people were receptive to the campaign promises back then, and they're looking forward to it.
Collin, are you back with us? Collin? All right, I guess Collin is rebooting or something. So Nia, tell me, when you're among your peers.
I'm here.
You're there, Collin. Welcome back.
Hello?
Yes. I asked Nia if she had the ears of the president, what would she be telling him? I asked you the same question, Collin. If you had the ears of President Granger, what would you be telling him? Collin, can you hear me? Collin, can you hear me? Let's move on. Nia,
Yes.
how would you like to see Guyana in the next 10 years?
I would like to see Guyana in the next 10 years as the hub to the world market, as the hub to get into the Caribbean, as the hub to get into South America. I would like to see our tourism industry peaking, because I know that we have a good ecotourism thing going in Guyana. It just needs proper management. And I believe Minister Cathy's could not have been the better, they could not have chosen a better person to put in charge of that ministry. When I say hub to South America, it comes back to tourism. I expect trailer loads of airlines to land at the Temeri International Airport, or the Chelly Jagan International Airport, rather, to get to South America. People must in transit here. I would like to see a boost in our tourism sector. I believe also that we can, even with a few more years, not necessarily 10 years, but within 15 years, I hope to see that we can have health tourism, people coming here to get some kind of surgery done, get some kind of thing fixed on their body, something. But generally, I would like to see the people of Guyana being able to live comfortably. I know that poverty probably could not be alienated, but Guyana has just about 800,000 people, and everyone should be able to live above the poverty borderline. And it just takes effective management of our resources. We have them bountiful, we have them plentiful. We need good managers of our resources, and the economy, the money trickling down to everybody. We can be able to live comfortably. Everybody should be able to own their own homes. Not necessarily everybody owning their own vehicles, but it can happen too.
So you believe in feed, clothe, and house yourself?
Yes.
If you had an opportunity, hold on a second. Collin, are you back? Collin? Wow. If you had an opportunity to liaise between the youth of Guyana and the administration, what are some things you would want to tell the youth?
Some of the things I don't know, but I'm just going to tell them to be patient.
Mm-hmm.
It is a difficult period in our political hemisphere, in our political time. It is a difficult period, and we need to be patient. there's a lot of cleaning up to be done. And it's going to take us some time, lots of time. So to liaison with the administration and the youth, um, once I know what the administration is doing or they have their plan to do, apart from the manifesto, I would let the young people know what are their plans, and I'm gonna ask them to be patient to have and wait until those plans are implemented, and those plans are going to be beautiful. Those things after implementation are going to be beautiful, and we can look forward to a Guyana that we all would be proud of, our Guyana that we once learned or heard about, or Guyana that we once knew. The Guyana that I've heard about was the Guyana being the breadbasket of the Caribbean, and I believe that we can get back there.
What gives you hope?
What gives me hope? Um, I guess my hope is driven by the fact that I have faith in the administration, and I believe that they can work. I've seen some of the things that they're doing. I've heard of some of the things that they have planned in the shortest time, and I'm going to sit back and question when I need to question, look for answers when I believe that there should be answers, and have them work and let them work, because I believe that they will do a fantastic job. I'm proud that they were able to pass the anti-money laundering bill, because that's one of the 100 days plan. So yes, I'm looking forward to things being done.
You know, race was one of the greatest issues in our, or it is one of the greatest issues in our country. And it is an amazing feat that the two parties were able to come together, form a coalition, and being elected as a new government. What are your hopes for race relations in Guyana going forward?
Race relations, I believe that the people, the two main races that are affected by the race issue are the Africans and the Africans and Indians. And I believe that those two sets, those two groupings need to consciously decide that this isn't putting us anyway, and we need to, accept, love our brothers, love our Guyanese citizens, love our neighbors, regardless of who they are. I don't believe politically. I don't believe politically. It should affect them if they decide to not let it be an issue anymore. Because as a politician, if the politician knows exactly, if I tell this group of people this, they're going to be receptive to this message because of this problem. But if this group of people decide that I'm no longer going to be this way, the politician can come and tell me, oh, your black brother would kill you if they go in power. Or the Indians would burn the cane fields if the black people go in power. They can't come and tell you that because that's not what you're about. So I believe that the blacks and the Indians consciously need to make the effort to
Thank you.
rid themselves of the race issue.
Thank you so much, Nia. Is Collin back with us as yet? Mr. Haynes, are you back with us? All right. I guess we have to close it off there. Nia, I want to thank you so very much, both you and Collin Haynes, for taking the time to spend with us this afternoon and sharing some of your views. As you said in the beginning, your opening remarks, that you're not going to let me ignore you. You're going to contact me even if I don't contact you. And I appreciate that, because we must continue these conversations. We must hear what our young people are thinking, and more importantly, what they are innovating. So thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Good
Okay,
night.
bye.
Bye bye.